Alright, welcome back to another episode here in our WWE 2K19 universe mode. We are entering an episode 72. I am, of course, Tom here on the Bad Wrestling channel, and making their way to the ring, the sons of Rikishi, the twins, Jimmy and Jay. They are the Uso brothers, and they are looking to put themselves inside a penitentiary while putting their opponents here tonight inside the Uso penitentiary, as they call their little I don't even know, their holding cell for their opponents. And it looks like they want to put themselves in a penitentiary against Heavy Machinery and the War Raiders, because this is the final matchup to determine who will be in the NXT WarGames matchup against Heavy Machinery and War Raiders. Will it be these two, the Uso brothers, joining them at NXT WarGames to become the tag team champions, the first ever tag team champions, or will it be their opponents here tonight? Now, I've never heard, well, I don't really know who their opponents are. And it appears, I now know why we didn't, I didn't know who was, okay. Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, Adam Cole, the Undisputed. They're from Monday Night Raw. What the hell are they doing? Well, I'm being told now that Adam Cole earlier tonight tweeted something out regarding their presence in NXT just a few seconds ago before coming out here. Over on Monday Night Raw, it is clear that King Booker has decided that we aren't worthy of success. Even though we are beating the hell out of the Shield on a week-to-week basis, we figure that that is just not good enough. So, we'll just prove how good we are on NXT as well as Raw. Because our greatness transcends the idea of brand loyalty. Now that is #Undisputed. And it appears as though Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, and Bobby Fish feel like though they transcend brand loyalty. Okay, I guess they're gonna continue to be fighting. I guess they're gonna be continuing to fight on Monday Night Raw. I have no idea, but tonight they're making a special appearance here in NXT to challenge against the Uso brothers. So here we go, and Adam Cole apparently is still in the ring, looking at Jimmy Uso. I don't know what that was all about. But let's get into it, as Kyle O'Reilly and Jimmy Uso starting off this matchup. Right to the arm there, working him over. Kyle O'Reilly here tonight. One half of the Undisputed Era, which I guess they're here tonight, okay, fighting against, I do believe, Jimmy, to kick off this matchup as these two go back and forth here tonight in NXT. Adam Cole on the outside in support of the Undisputed Era. Now, the Undisputed Era have been feuding with the Shield, I guess. Is now right to the face there with the knee by Kyle O'Reilly. Now, they've been feuding with the Shield, and it looks like they feel like, you know, they can feud with the Shield as well as potentially fight for the NXT Tag Team Championships. But that is if they can beat the Usos here tonight, as Jimmy, with a punch, reversed into an elbow. And Kyle O'Reilly throws him down, and the crowd is screaming at the Undisputed Era, realizing they don't want them to be here, as now right to the arms, as Bobby Fish has been tagged into a kick to the chest there by Fish and O'Reilly. The crowd chanting, hey, you guys don't need to be here in NXT. The crowd are chanting their displeasure for Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly. However, the Usos trying to fight here tonight, trying to gain the support of the fans, and it looks like they might have it, as now throwing him down, and now, oh, with a super kick, answering the double kick to the chest with the double super kick here. And Jey Uso now here tonight facing off against Bobby Fish, as Jey goes for a maneuver, however, throws him down. Bobby Fish does, into a belly-to-belly. And Bobby Fish rolling him around the ring here. Heavy Machinery and the Undisputed Era, I can guarantee, watching this match tonight in NXT, wondering who will join them in the War Games matchup. However, right to the spine, right to the back of Jey Uso. Makes the tag again to Kyle O'Reilly. And now the same knee to the spine. And Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish seemingly owning this matchup so far. As Bobby Fish chanting on towards the crowd. And now another double team maneuver. You know, we've seen this before. Oh, with the double arm DDT. Kicks him up into the big slam there. However, Jey Uso reaching over. Hot tag out of nowhere. And Jimmy Uso runs in into an elbow there on Bobby. And then, oh, into a rolling elbow there. And Jimmy Uso, he's fired up, goes for a snap suplex, and it connects. And the crowd in response with the Uso chant. Kyle O'Reilly gets thrown down on the outside. Jimmy Uso here grabbing him, drops him down, and what in the hell? Going for a little bit of a submission hold, a little bit of an interesting submission hold, trying to tap out Bobby Fish here. Will he be able to? I have no idea, but Kyle O'Reilly back up on the apron, however, throws him off. And there you see Adam Cole. Adam Cole trying to distract Jimmy Uso, but it looks like it happened just enough. As Kyle doing something on the outside here, goes for a power bomb. It looks like he has a bat now. Kyle O'Reilly holding a baseball bat on the outside, and Bobby Fish battling here against Jimmy Uso. I don't know why the bat is in there, but the referee has started the count. And Fish staring at him here with the elbows, and then into a strike there, into that striking combination. Fish and Jimmy fighting now into a kick to the head once again. However, Jimmy throws him. Oh! The back landed on the bat there. And Bobby Fish trying to crawl over to his corner, but he just can't make it. And Jimmy Uso throws Bobby Fish across the ring. Seems to have something in mind. And oh, we've seen this before, ladies and gentlemen. If you've never seen this, the Uso splash, and it connects. Bobby Fish is down. The cover one. Oh, but Kyle O'Reilly, like a unit, runs in. And oh, Jey Uso, or Jimmy Uso, trying to go after Kyle O'Reilly, and he does. The referee throwing the bat outside the ring. Bobby Fish in the corner now. Oh, and a punch to the head. As knocking down the referee. The referee has been knocked down. However, Bobby Fish, I don't think he realized he knocked him down. And now, going for that rolling knee bar, and it connects. The rolling knee bar connecting. And the crowd watching on here tonight as Jimmy Uso trying to not tap out here. And it looks like he gets out of it. As now, into the rolling elbow reversed. And then super kick reversed there. As now Bobby Fish gets the punches. And he does. Into the corner now. And now the corner punches. Striking down. However, Kyle O'Reilly punches him off. Kyle O'Reilly punching him off here. And it looks like he's not done as the neckbreaker connects. Neckbreaker connects. Bobby Fish down in the corner. Jimmy Uso as well down. Both men down, and Bobby Fish gets up. After the brutal punches to the face, he had to take a little bit of a rest there, and it looks like he's back in action as Fish now gets an elbow. And now, here we go with the strikes once again. Now it's come down to the two legal men in the ring. And Jimmy Uso, rolling himself into Bobby Fish here. Then, just like a curb stomp there. And then a kick to the head for good measure. Almost trying to give Bobby Fish a concussion here tonight. That's now right to the chin there. And then turns it once again to that signature slam that he loves to do into the knee on the abdomen there. Makes the tag to Kyle O'Reilly. A fairly fresh Kyle O'Reilly. He hasn't done too much in this matchup. He hasn't taken too much punishment. Bobby Fish has done that for him. And it looks like Kyle O'Reilly picking him up. Brainbuster, and it connects. Oh, you guys know I love me a good brainbuster. And Kyle O'Reilly seems to love one as well. Makes the tag. And here tonight, we might see the beginning of the end here. Bobby Fish, and connects there. It connects there. And now, Jay trying to go after, or Jimmy trying to go after Kyle O'Reilly, and then breaks up the count. Goes for a kick. Reversed. Kyle O'Reilly down on the outside. Bobby Fish, however, and Jimmy Uso fighting. Right to the eye, though. And now once again drops him down. Jimmy Uso rolls out of the ring. Jey Uso left standing as the legal man as Nitsuguri connects. Bobby Fish now getting him up into the kick there, busting him open. The kick busts him open. Bobby Fish, the man who defeated Dean Ambrose a few nights ago, trying to defeat Jey Uso here tonight for the Undisputed Era team, and he does, trying to crawl to the ropes. He just can't make it in time. Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, here tonight making a statement that the Undisputed Era has joined NXT, and that they are not going to regret it. As now we know the final three men the final team joining in that 3-team War Games matchup. We have Heavy Machinery. We have the War Raiders. And from Monday Night Raw, we have the Undisputed Era. And Kyle O'Reilly standing in the middle of the ring. Bobby Fish standing alongside him. Adam Cole back there in support. As we move on to our main event of the evening. We've got a women's match set for you, and I can't be more excited. Well, everybody, we move on to the main event. Toni Storm, the challenger to the NXT Women's Championship at the NXT WarGames pay-per-view this Saturday and Sunday. Okay, you know the drill of our pay-per-views by now. Okay, they're two-parters. Well, they're two-parters for NXT takeovers. Yes. Anyways, Toni Storm here tonight, set to take on a debuting Lacey Evans, trying to prove to Nikki Bella that, hey, she is worth it. Okay, so Toni Storm and Nikki Bella, of course, have already met before. However, if you've never met this lady, this young woman, then you're in for a treat. She calls herself the Real Woman of NXT. And Lacey Evans makes her way to the ring. Okay, she likes to announce herself as one that's full of elegance, full of pristine in the women's division. She is a real woman, and I think Toni Storm is a perfect fit for her first opponent here in NXT, the Lady of NXT. And ladies and gentlemen, I can't wait to get into this one. There's Toni Storm set to take on Lacey Evans, set to prove herself to Nikki Bella once again. Okay, now like I said, Toni Storm and Nikki Bella have already fought each other, and Toni Storm impressed her so much that Nikki Bella decided that, hey, she wanted her as a competitor to fight against at the next NXT TakeOver War Games, as now throws her almost over the top rope there. And Lacey Evans here tonight into a bulldog. Picking up Toni here. Toni Storm gets an elbow reversed. And Storm now grabbing her. German suplex already there, right on the back of the head. And Toni Storm into a cover, already won. No, only a 1 count there off the German suplex. Lacey Evans here tonight in NXT. It's her debut match, and she has to prove herself. Just like how the Usos, I believe, very much proved themselves. We're not expecting the faction of Undisputed Era from Monday Night Raw. As Toni Storm grabbing her, working over the arm so far here tonight. And it looks like she might be setting up the beginning of the end already. As now kicks her in the stomach, reversed however by Lacey. Lacey Evans grabbing her here. Into that pile driver there, the back of her head smashing into the mat. 1, 2. No, almost got a big pinfall victory on the NXT champion, or the NXT Women's #1 contender. Is now picking her up and slamming her down here. And look at her just laughing. Just laughing here tonight at Toni Storm, her opponent. And Lacey Evans standing up top. And now, okay, her cockiness ladies and gentlemen, might be her downfall as Storm with a big suplex once again. And Toni Storm now pulls her middle of the ring, grabbing her once again right to the arm there. Definitely working her over in the arm so far here tonight. Maybe trying to make sure that she can't hit a woman's right. Which is, in case you don't know, Lacey Evans' big finishing maneuver. As now Lacey kicks her in the back of the leg and then kicks her in the chest there. And Evans now picks up Toni Storm here, however gets dropped down by Storm there. Punch to the stomach by Toni into a European uppercut here in NXT. Grabbing her. Seems to be pulling her to the... I don't even know where she's pulling her. Seems to have something in mind here. Trying to pull her towards the ropes. Seems to change her mind into a Hurricane Rana there. And Toni Storm looking down here at Lacey Evans. Here in NXT, picks her up. Seems to be setting something up here once again. The German suplex. A brutal German suplex connecting here in NXT. As Storm now grabbing her, seems to have something in mind. No, she doesn't. Gets out of it. Lacey Evans does. Grabbing her here. Look at this. Just the drops her down. Furious strikes now. Lacey Evans trying to say, hey, this is my time and you're ruining it. This is my spotlight now. As Lacey Evans punched to the back of the head. And now once again picking her up here. Drop her down there. Here in NXT, it's all about who wants to be the best. And Lacey Evans, the lady of NXT, wants to prove that she is such the best. There's now an elbow there, a furious elbow shot by Lacey Evans. And Lacey Evans picking her up, however, Toni Storm reversing her. And Storm now, oh look at this, picking her up. Oh, and then right to the back of the head. Looks like even though she hit her there with that finishing maneuver, she's not done. And wait a minute, is that the... It seems as though Nikki Bella's music is playing right now. I'm not entirely sure why. As now Toni Storm turns around. And Lacey Evans taking advantage of the distraction. And now the cover. 1, 2, 3, and Toni Storm losing here tonight to Lacey Evans. And something tells me Nikki Bella might have been behind that, using the distraction to her advantage. However, remember, Nikki Bella typically has Brie Bella by her side. So maybe the distraction might bite her in the ass once again. As tonight, Lacey Evans wins, and we conclude this episode. If you guys liked it, please let me know by hitting the like button down below. Comment anything you want to comment. Subscribe if you haven't already, but if you have, why not hit the bell to be notified of everything we do here on the Bad Wrestling channel. I am, of course, Dominic, and have a good day from Bad Wrestling. Bye-bye. Yo.